had to get rid of that Samsung TV. Honestly, I'm surprised that YouTubers are recommending Samsung. It was terrible. The first problem I encountered was the UI. It's clunky, it's unintuitive, it's hard to find your settings. You can't just hit a button and go to a setting that you would use all the time, like sleep timer or the brightness. There is no remote app for iOS or Android unless you have a Samsung phone. Then you can remote into your Samsung TV. I bought a remote for iOS for $4, and all it did was up and down volume, up and down channels, and up and down side to side arrows, and okay. The keyboard didn't work at all, which was the whole reason I bought the $4 app, because they said the keyboard would work on a Samsung TV, and it didn't. So I had to end up typing in each password for the Wi-Fi using the arrow keys. So frustrating. And speaking of Wi-Fi, that was the second thing that I encountered. Every time I put the TV to sleep and then I woke it back up again, it couldn't find the Wi-Fi. So I would then have to long press the power button on the remote for 3 to 5 seconds while it fully powered down the TV all the way and then powered it back up again. And I wasn't the only one that encountered this issue. I had a friend with a Samsung TV that had the same exact issue and solved it with the same solution, powering the TV down and powering it back up again. Not putting it to sleep and waking it, but you have to fully power it down. And then it will search for the Wi-Fi and find it. Don't know why they had this problem. I solved this by running an Ethernet cable to the TV, but that kind of defeats the purpose of having Wi-Fi if you have to run an Ethernet cable anyway. So that was frustrating. The next problem was picture quality. I honestly can't complain about it. The brightness and contrast, 200 nits. It's not gonna be great contrast. Its blackest points were gray and blue, so it wasn't very contrasty, but it was bright enough if we turned all the lights off. So I wasn't super frustrated with the picture quality. The next frustration I encountered was the latency. Whenever we tried to game on this TV using the Nintendo Switch or a computer, we were experiencing 60 to 70 milliseconds. It just made certain levels on Donkey Kong, certain levels in Super Mario Brothers, Super Smash Brother fights, impossible to win because of the latency. You couldn't use this for gaming at all if you were trying to be remotely competitive or actually win a Donkey Kong level. It was so bad that we were playing Donkey Kong on the Switch and they gave us the next level for free because we tried so many times and couldn't beat that level. That's pretty bad. But none of those reasons were enough for me to get rid of this TV and buy a new TV, spend another $400 or $500. The real clincher was that it gave us a headache. Literally, it gave us a headache. After about an hour and a half to 2 hours of staring at this screen, we got a nasty headache right over our eyebrow. Because of the refresh rate of the backlight, 120 hertz refresh rate causes a flicker that's imperceptible to our eye, but it causes our eyes to, give us a headache. And it was nasty. So by the end of a movie, we're pissed off, we're angry, we want to go to bed, we want to take an aspirin. By the end of some gaming, we were grumpy because of this headache. And I thought maybe let's tear apart the TV. I'll put a little $10 PWM motor control in there and it's 10,000 hertz and it'll be fine. It'll fix the flicker. But why should I, the customer, have to do that to Samsung's TV? We ended up opting to get a different brand of TV with a higher refresh rate of the backlight, so it's flicker free. It's not flicker free, but it's definitely a lot better. Our new TV has 940 hertz refresh rate. This light has about 1,000 hertz refresh rate. I can still get roll and flicker out of these lights if I bump up the frame rate of my camera, and that's okay because the new TV doesn't give us a headache. So we just got rid of the Samsung TV. We sold it on Facebook Marketplace. I'm sorry to whoever bought that. I wish you many days of headaches. I do feel bad for selling that TV to that unsuspecting couple. But I just had to get some money back out of this $500 piece of junk from Samsung. That's my story with Samsung. It was an alright TV. So in the next video, I'm gonna tell you about our new TV, its refresh rate, its latency, its brightness, its contrast, you know, all the stuff. I'm a lot more excited about this new TV. It's gonna be a much more positive video than this one was. So, you know, if you like happy videos, maybe go on and watch that one when it comes out. I'll see you guys later.